Hello and welcome back to the ASM show. Today I'm here with Joe, Dom and Nima to talk about their main brief, Blackout. Are you guys here?
Yeah. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming. So, who would be the audience for your media product?
Well, Charles, our target audience is age 15 and over. This is because it allows a larger proportion of teenagers to watch it. We didn't make it at 12 as our media product won't fit the guidelines of the BBFC requirements. And we didn't want to make adjustments because we didn't want to lose our scare factor. We didn't want to certify it as an 18 too because we'd then lose half our target audience.
How did you come to that conclusion?
Well, our product is filmed and edited to suit a demographic of C1 to E, which includes skilled manual workers and unemployed. As our target audience lies within these demographics, if its certification was any higher, not many people would like to view our product, which will narrow our viewing audience and reduce our profit.
Very true. And how about your psychographic?
Well, we looked at the psychographic of our desired target audience to see if their traits were compatible with the generic codes and conventions of the paranormal subgenre of horror. Sticking to these codes conforms to the audience's expectations. The younger demographic is stereotypically more likely to take risks and go to see an explicit media product in comparison to the older demographic, who are seen to watch more conservative products. The younger demographic's interpretation of what our media product presents is creative.
Yep. What makes your audience want to watch horror films?
Well, according to the uses and gratifications theory by Katz, the audience want to watch horror films as it's their option of relaxing in their free time. This is how they use the media. They then gratify the media in such ways as escapism. They seek to escape from reality. So they watch these films in order to feel better about life and think that they're not being possessed or killed, just to take their mind off reality completely. For instance, our demographic target audience of teenagers would most likely want to escape from exam stress.
Did you research into other similar products?
Yes, we started by researching into similar products of the same paranormal subgenre that were proven quite successful in the box office. Films you may know like The Babadook, The Conjuring, The Blair Witch Project, The Grudge, The Ring, Insidious, Psycho, The Omen, the list goes on. They all have their certification of 15, and from this we decided to investigate and create a questionnaire for ages of 15 and over, because the typical certification of a horror is either 15 or 18.
Now, why would you tell your viewers about that? Why don't you tell your viewers about that? Sorry.
Well, the results from the questionnaire showed the majority of participants to be 16, proving that they are constantly on social media, as we broadcast our questionnaire via social media sites and apps. So this age group would always be fed our advertisement for our main brief online. They'd eventually share the advertisement and pass it on to their friends, giving our product a larger audience.
Although comedy was voted our most favourite horror subgenre, we decided not to produce a mock horror as we'd like to stick to the generic conventions of horror. It was interesting to see that paranormal and psychological subgenres were the second and third most favourite ones to watch. That gave us hope for our main brief. The questionnaire also revealed to us that not many people of the younger generation favour the slasher subgenre, as they are immune to the fear, and it scrapped our first idea of slasher in the shadow.
Yep.
Most of the people who participated in the questionnaire are 15-17, which explains why the dominant price was £5 to £10. People of this age don't have extravagant amounts of money to spend, so they look for cheap pleasure and entertainment. But appealing and earning a profit from thousands of teens is better than a few extravagant profits from a small selection of adults.
So, how did you attract and address your audience?
Well, we work with companies such as Lionsgate Entertainment and Ghost House Pictures, who already have a large following of viewers interested in the horror genre. They have an establishment with our target audience that have had previous success within the horror industry. And we went out and showed members of our audience clips of our main brief and our narrative structure to see if they were interested in what they had to say. And from there, they passed it on to their friends, and so getting across to more people, increasing the awareness of Blackout.
Now, I heard you presented some sort of pitch.
We had to present it to some of our investors. Our pitch was based on a questionnaire actually. It played a big role in our target audience research as we gained some feedback from our investors. Someone asked if we'd be cutting out the female audience. To this we answered that the male is our main audience, so there will be events within our product that will not appeal to the female audience, and they will be excluded from the storyline. Males are more likely to be fans of horror than females are. This is due to the stereotypical thrill seeker portrayed by the male. Violence is a convention of the horror genre and is loved by males as they use violence to dominate and prove their status. Although this is the case, our secondary audience is female, so we will make sure that the footage we shoot keeps them involved for the majority of the opening.
After all that research you've clearly put in, how have you applied this to your media product to produce the scare factor?
Sorry, I didn't hear that. Can you repeat it, please?
Yeah, sure. After all the research you've clearly put in, how have you then applied this to your media product to produce the scare factor?
The way we use this research effectively is by presenting the microelements in our media product. The microelements are sound, mise-en-scène, editing and camera angles. We used a dynamic, non-diegetic soundtrack as well as a costume such as the tracksuit that males wear to show the stereotypical traits of a teenager. The editing techniques we used are match on action, shot reverse shot, and we conformed to these by using the 180-degree rule. We used a range of camera angles such as a high and low angle to display the status of each character within our media product.
Yep. How did you check throughout the production and the post-production stages that you were satisfying your audience?
Well, we showed rough cuts of our product to members of our target audience and gave feedback from them on ways to improve, and they gave us strengths and weaknesses to which we acted upon.
Where did you gain the inspiration from?
We received much inspiration from all sorts of films, for example The Women in Black and The Exorcist. We were mostly inspired by the 2010 film Devil, as it is based in an elevator, presenting the scare factor of everyday activities, and made reference to this. We made reference to this in our product by having a demonic presence in the elevator.
Thanks for your insight today.
Our pleasure.
Oh, no.
Thanks, mate.
I'm afraid that's all we have time for today. This has been the ASM show. I'm your host, Charles Gibson. Catch you later.